It's the grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light. My brothers who are looking for a suitable helpmeet in this pen, y'all are going to be hearing a bunch of information about how that's not even possible for you right now. Well, as a living witness, I can attest to you that it is very possible for you. You see, it is a very narrow path to gain it, but it is indeed possible if you really want it. Now, the key to the woman's heart is the truth. And if y'all bear with this message and listen for the entirety of the message, you men will be greatly blessed by listening to this. Because like I said, I am a living witness to it, to the truth of this. I reap the benefits of it, in other words. You must tell the woman the truth from the beginning when you meet her. Everything that you have told her is true when you meet her, no matter how shameful it may be to tell her it, no matter how hard it is to answer the question she may have asked you, no matter how uncomfortable it may be for you to make your admission to her. You must tell her the truth. And why? So that if she decides to be with you later on down the line, it will never come out that you lied about that thing. That's simple. It can never come out and blow up. That is actually what's happening in most relationships. The man, when he first got in, was lying and has already ruined his marriage. No matter how long it's going to last, it may be 25 years before he's found out for his lie, but he will be found out for it because it was not built on a solid foundation, and the solid foundation stone is truth. Because I'm going to share a secret with you, brothers. We are a wife to Christ. So what was it that brought you back to him? The truth. Because actually that's all that's happening in your life, brother, is this. You're going from flower to flower, or in other words, from knowledge to knowledge that you think is knowledge, trying to gain the ultimate knowledge of life. And after you do all of that, you haven't found it unless you settle on the flower of Yahusha. Simple as that. Because that is the only way that you will find truth. That's why I said the path is narrow. You understand me? So for you truthers, see, you can have a woman if you're a liar and you don't mind having a lying woman. But I mean, I'm talking to the men who want the true divine helpmeet, a woman who's going to reverence them and do them good all the days of their life. Well, truth, brother. Now we know that his word is truth, see? So that's what brings us back and gives us security in our relationship with our God, is because we know it's true. Well, the same thing will happen for your woman with you, see? When you're crying, man, and you've been broken down, you don't go and cry in front of women. You go into a secret place and you shed your tears. Well, who do you talk to when you're in that secret place? Is it not your father? Is he not your rock in your hard times? Well, that's what your woman will need from you. Hasn't there been times when you almost gave up on God and wanted to turn away and divorce him? Hasn't there been in your life where you doubted whether he even loved you at all? Okay, you ain't got to tell me because it's already written in the scriptures that you've asked God that. God says, I have loved you, and you said, wherein hast thou loved us? So I know you didn't ask it, and I have asked it. My circumstance is so hard and so impossible and so destroyed. How can you possibly be loving me? I've been there as well. And then he proves to me that he does, because his words always remained true through it all. The truth causes you to be self-accountable. And so when you men, you're saying that women don't want to be self-accountable, then give her the truth. Make it not about you. You understand that? Her being with you is not about you. It's about Abba. And you got to know that. It's about her getting his truth. Must be your endeavor when you get with that woman. Even if it's not, then you just with her for your own selfish reasons. And that's just lust. If it's a selfish reason, then it's lust. Because lust is only about self. When y'all say narcissist, you're saying children of lust. I'm about to give y'all a big mystery right now, but let's talk about it. Cain and Abel. Cain, child of lust and fear. Abel, child of truth and love. Jacob and Esau. Esau, child of lust and fear. Jacob, a child of truth and love. So in the world, the tares are children of lust and fear. So that means that y'all were having, when they were having sex, listen to me carefully, you'll get the mystery. That means when the two people were having sex to create that child, they were probably cheating. They may have been hiding somewhere doing it secretly. Well, because of those energies during the act, it produced a child of those feelings that you felt while you were doing it. Oh, somebody catch me. Oh, the headlights are coming. Oh my God, there's somebody walking up the alley. Oh my God. Whatever you're thinking when you're humping secretly. Oh my God, did my wife catch me? Whatever you're thinking, that's what that child is a product of. So when two people come together in truth and love, which is very rare, but when it does happen, they produce an Abel, a goodly child, a godly child, a child fit for the Ruach HaKodesh to come into. See? So if you have the spirit of Abba Yah in you, you were the seed that were planted, then you were a child created in the love. That moment that, it's going to sound strange saying this, but that moment your mama and daddy came together, there wasn't no bad feelings going on. That's what it means. You see? Good feelings were going on, which opened the gateway for a good seed to be planted in it. Good ground, in other words. See? It's hard for a seed to fall on good ground when it's all kinds of thorns sticking up in there, like don't catch me, hope my wife don't find out, hope she don't get pregnant when I bust this nut, I should pull out, oh my God, what if my husband finds out, oh my God, he should probably put a condom on, but it doesn't matter, he's already doing it now, oh my God, I hope I don't get pregnant, if I get pregnant, I'll just hide and say it's my husband's, oh my God, and then child is born. With all of that going on, that won't be good ground, I don't think. But when I love you is going in his mind and hers is I reverence you. Oh my God. That's the only thoughts that's happening. Then it produces a baby that's wide open for the Ruach HaKodesh. A rainbow baby. A love child. Abel. See? Y'all see? So that's the only way your relationship gonna work with your woman is you have to start it with truth. Because if you build it on a slippery slope with lies and then you try to give her the truth later, her respect meter is going to drop for you. This is what it is, man. Shit's going to drop. Anytime you lie to a woman, her respect drops. Do you hear me? Just like if you found out one of God's words that he told you was not true, your respect for him would drop. Just that simple. Ain't this easy to understand, brothers? Ain't it? So that's why I said truth is the key that unlocks her heart. And if you start it with truth, that means no matter what she says, once you've made your affections for her known, you say, hey, I feel, and it has to be love. It can't just be, hey, I'm interested in liking you, and whatever. A man knows when he meet a woman whether he love her or not. He knows when he love her or not. He know. And so when he does, which means willing to have a child with her as well. See, all of these thoughts the man has considered before he's decided whether he loves her or not. He's willing to have a child with her, and it should be vice versa. The woman shouldn't have sex with the man until she's willing to have a child with him. See? That way we don't have no mishaps happening. But when the man decides that he meets the girl, he says he loves her, and it's in truth, he truly does. Then he proves it by being kind, patient, long-suffering, seeking out his own with her. And he shows her that. When I love you, this is what I mean. He exposes himself by doing that. He's vulnerable. He's saying, when I say I love you, girl, I'm not just saying like the world say, Read 1 Corinthians 13 here. I'm going to show it to you. This is what I mean when I say I love you. That way you can hold me accountable and see if I do or not. If I break these things, then you know I'm lying to you. All right? So he keeps that shit because he knows it. So now she feels safe. That's that simple. She gonna go, well, he's doing it. He keeps on doing it over and over and over and over and over. Therefore, it ain't gonna be no trick. Because every time he breaks it, all you have to do is use the Bible and say, hey, that wasn't kind what you did. I thought it says you're supposed to be kind to me. You see? She be asking up some shit. He'd be like, come on, goddammit, just give me a minute. I'm playing my fucking video game. She goes right to the thing. That isn't being patient. I thought you said you loved me. That means you'd be patient with me. That wasn't patient with you just did. That outburst. What can he say then? You see? So if he's been doing it and keeping it, and he always asks her, am I kind to you? And she goes, yeah. Am I patient with you? Yeah. You're blameless. That's her answer. You're blameless. You're doing all the things that you said you do. All right. Now you can feel safe enough to open your womb to him. See? See? And no matter what question you've asked this man, he answered you honestly. Whether it was shameful or not. You were like, have you ever killed anybody? He's like, yeah. And he tells you the whole story about how he did it and what happened and everything. He didn't hesitate to tell you the truth. Hey, have you ever stolen anything? Oh, yeah, I did this, blah, 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 blah. He's not making any fucking stories up or trying to embellish like men do, making up stories where they come out to be a hero and shit, and they make it seem like they did some extravagant thing. He's not doing any of that. He's just straight telling you the facts. Yep. No matter how bad this shit is. Or good it is. He just tells you the straight truth about it. And you're like, after a while, you're just like, you're just going to just be this way? He's like, yeah, I changed not. So, brother, do you see how if you were like that, then there'd be no reason for her to divorce you? How could she divorce you and say you did something wrong if you're blameless? And the only reason you won't be blameless, let me give you the thing that breaks the damn key out your hand. Okay, let me give you that too. The only reason you won't be blameless is lust. Listen to me carefully. It will be your lust that will lead you astray in your relationship with your helpmeet. If you lust, then you will start to lose. It's just the way it is. Because you'll start to feel like you need to lie. You'll start to feel like you need to start keeping things from her. Not telling her certain details. And nope, you're falling off now. A man that don't have to lust is just like, if there's any, watch this, because this is a big thing right now in today's world about polyamory and whatnot. Now we see in the scriptures that holy men had multiple wives at times. Okay. Now the question was it over lust or was it their wives brought those women to those men? And said, be with her so that we could have offspring. That usually was the case, wasn't it? And then we also read where it says, don't heap up unto wives unto thyself. So don't try to stack up a whole bunch of wives. So that means if a brother has interest in bringing another woman to be another wife in his union with his current wife, then he must have sound reason as to why. Not any lustful reason. Because if you do, your wife will automatically get mad. She's going to automatically get turned off. It's just the way it is, bud. It's just the way it is. She has to be an asset to the team. And you have to dwell with them in purity. That's just the way it's working. So if you want to add on all that much stress to your life, I mean, go ahead on and do it. You can. But it's best to just have one. And it's sufficient for you. I found it to be true. And she will indeed do you good all the days of your life as long as you tell her the truth. She will leave maybe, and then she's going to come right back like a rubber band. A rubber band that don't break. She might stretch it far. I just can't take it. I'm out of here. She's just testing you to see if you'll change. To see if you'll break from being kind, patient, long-suffering. That's all she's seeing. She has to test. Or why? How else will she know it, man? Don't take it personal when she snaps on you. and just has an emotional attack all of a sudden. I can't bear it. You know how women do. They just flip out all of a damn moment out of nowhere. Start acting squirrely, as my dad say. Let's get to acting squirrely. Shit, you see a squirrel on the branch, how he be moving all jittery and jerky and shit? That's how women can act sometimes. Shit, their emotions get acting erratic. You see? As my grandfather used to say, they get their panties in a bunch. You see? So don't sweat it. You stay the same. You still be kind to her. She say something mean to you, you be like, oh, you mad at me, huh? You mad, girl? Why? What'd I do? Because you didn't do anything. So there's no need in going, I didn't do anything. Why are you getting mad at me? Like we used to do when we were immature. Always trying to validate ourselves. I haven't said anything wrong to you. Why are you snapping on me? I told you they act squirrely sometimes, man. Shit. In the words of my mother, just cuz. She snapped on my pop one day. He said, why you being like that? She said, just cuz. So, see? Ain't no lies here. Ain't no lies here. So you stay in truth. That way when everything settles, the storm, what did he say? He who keep my word, I liken him into a wise man. Listen, brothers. A wise man who build his self. See, house is himself. Who builds himself on a solid rock, truth. And when the rains and the winds descended upon that house, it fell not, for it was founded upon a solid rock. But he who keep not my words, see, who don't stay connected to Yahusha, in other words, his words, I like him to a foolish man who built his house upon sand. And when the rain and the wind descended upon that house, great was the fall of it, for it was founded upon sandy ground. Whew, y'all hear them words of wisdom from the master, from the king, from the alpha? Y'all hear him? So that's how you got to be with your wife. Look, baby, being with me is being on a solid foundation, because no matter how much the storm rages against me, I will stand. No matter what happens. Now, as for those other men out there, I don't know how they've built their houses. But the only way you're going to be happy is with a man who has built his house on a solid foundation, and it won't fall. So you go around looking if you want to. And she may, as it has been in my case. Not saying that she went looking, but she left my presence. In a few days, she came knocking on my door. With puffy old eyes and a puffy old face, she had been crying, saying, I don't know what I was thinking. You're just right. I'm just telling you the truth, guys. You're just right. But I had to be brave enough to let her go on out the door. All right, you want to go? Go. I'm standing on this solid rock. You can go on and go if you want to. So she did. And got to slipping down the hill and said, oh, shit, I gotta go back to the rock. Fuck that shit. Jumped right back in my arms, got right back in my bed, and lay right back next to me. And all I ever did was tell her the truth from the start. Hey, this is how I feel about you. I love you. And I love you because you listen to every word that I teach out of this word. Which is not me you listening to. That's why I'm loving you. It's because you listening to Yahusha like this, like I do. So I love you. I adore that in you. And I know that you would be a good helpmeet for any man. That's what I told her. And I said, I'm leaving. And you can come with me if you want to come. Or you can stay here. But I just had to tell you that before I go. And she said, I'm coming with you. And she's been with me ever since. By choice. I'm not making that up, guys. It's the truth. So why am I telling you this? Because I know by personal experience it to be true. He says, go back to the ancient path and you will find rest for your souls. And I have found it to be absolutely true, guys. So why wouldn't I share that with y'all? So that you can stop listening to these liars who say you can't have a woman. Don't marry. Do not be with these women. Don't be with any modern woman. Well, the woman I'm with is in the modern times. So I don't get it. I don't get how I'm finding success and you niggas ain't. Well, I do know how. Let me not say that. I know exactly how I'm finding success. Because I did what Abba said do. I'm not lying. I did exactly what Abba Yah said do. Well, let me stop saying I'm not lying. Let me say it like this. Verily, verily, I say unto you, I did what Abba Yah said to do. He said, get cold with my truth. So I listened to Yahusha until I was satisfied within myself that I had known him in perfection. That's all I can say to you guys. I mean, that's exactly how I was doing what I was doing. I won't be satisfied until I know that I know him in his fullness. Because Abba said, that's how I'll find rest. So then when I did that, then it had nothing to do with a woman. I just found out that after I filled myself with Christ and became one with Christ, married to him, fullness and one, and sealed in, not giving my attention to nobody else but Yahusha's words, filled with him, then I found out that when I dealt with the woman after that, she reverenced me. And when she thought to leave me, she came right back to me. Every time. Numerous times she tested me. And I would tell her, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Back to the world? Okay. If that's what you feel like you need to do, I'm going to be right here. And I will always accept you back if you come back. And I always did. Always did, with open arms. Happily. You see? That's how the woman finds out it's safe. That's the only way she's going to find out, brother. Listen to me, is test you. Y'all ever seen the lion and the lioness? The lion wants to mate with his lioness. He gets on top of her and she starts to scratch and snap at him sometimes. So if he did that, would he ever if he got scared about that and said, well, the hell with it, I'm never laying with her then if she's going to act like that about it. Would he have any cubs? Hell no. You don't see the lion do that though. He just climbed right back on in there. He gets scratched back a few more times. He climbed right back on in there and then he get her. She give in. And that's how you got to be. All right, baby, you don't want him right now? I'll come back in a minute, though. That's how you got to be. I'll be here when you're ready. And then when she's ready, then there you go. That means not when she's ready, you be a little, I got to use these words, I'm sorry. But you be a little bitch when she's ready. And then she's like, I'm ready now. And then you're like, well, no, because when I was ready, you didn't want to do it then. So no, you want it. No way, buddy. No. That ain't going to work in the kingdom life, brother. That ain't gonna work over here, okay? See, we give due benevolence. Y'all hear that? So when you know the truth, you just do what the truth's saying, and you find the peace, just like he said. But the only way you'll know, brother, is to actually try. Try what I'm saying. She may snap her head, neck, whatever. Then that means she ain't the one. If she don't come back and apologize and say, hey, you know what? That's wrong. I was wrong. Every time she mess up, she need to come back and apologize, just like you do. And if she don't, then you got a problem there. Let her on go. I told you what I did. I let her go and she came back on her own. I ain't go trying to make her come back or nothing. I just kept on living, kept doing what I had to do. You are the value, brother. You're the prize. You're the rock of truth that the storms are hitting everywhere. You're the rock in the midst of all of these storms. The depression that's hitting. They don't want to call it a recession. The recession that we in, you're going to be a rock. You're going to be no fear. That woman going to cleave on to you for that. 7 women shall take hold of one man. Why? Because he's standing on the rock of truth and he ain't wavering no matter what the circumstance looks like. He's built his house on a solid foundation. I am safe. I am blessed. I am fed. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am mighty. I am wonderful. I am full of joy. I am brilliant as well. I am smart. I am everything I need to be. That song is playing in my head all the time. So when the storm is going shh, shh, niggas are going, hey man, help us, man, we're dying out here. I'm going, I am safe. I am secure. I am in my high tower. You hear me though? And if you're doing that, then your girl's sitting right next to you going, wow, what a brave man. It's just the way it is. See? So back to the original point, y'all, before I end this. Don't lie. Once you lie, you're fucked up. So you better be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. And it is true. You just have to not be afraid when she asks you the tough question. That's it. When she say it, you're gonna feel it. Inside your chakras are gonna activate. Okay? Your orange and yellow are gonna blink very brightly when she asks you the tough question. Your orange chakra, your yellow chakra is going to start to blink very brightly. You must take big breaths. Inside yourself silently, take a simple breath through your nostrils and out your mouth. Not obviously doing it right in front of her looking like an asthma attack. No. Simple breaths. Calm yourself down. Okay. Now answer the question in truth. She goes, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm out of here. She runs out the door. Let her go. She'll come back. She'll come back. And if she don't, then she ain't the one for you. Have that attitude and you'll be just fine. Silouan, Mr. Allah.